Да, да. О, самолеты. Вот именно. Так, ладно. Начинаем так компанию заново. Ага. Так, сейчас телефон потише сделаю. Все нормально. Да и пофиг. Так, какую сложность? Давай. 4 сложности. 4. Тут даже описание есть. Раньше всего 3 было. Легкий, стандартный, трудный, потом ну, если пройти все, то есть на каждом уровне сложности, то есть пройти легкий, стандартный, трудный, то откроется ас. Самый жесткий. Да. А вот очень низкий, видимо, он добавили, потому что такого не было вообще. Прощенная. Прогресс между низким и очень низким уровнем сложность будет объединен. Тем чего? Ну давай, ас так ас. Эс.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark...
Потому что там космос. Потому что там чужик. Поэтому да.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a
Эрин из Атаки Титанов, да?
Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just
Композитор Кейки Кобаяши. Да. У него классные треки. Прям вообще топ.
That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Классный самолет. Руки мой, пожалуйста.
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Есть первый взлет. Вот и звуковой барьер.
So I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into just touch it. Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing
О,
that thing.
это
Doing 30 Gs at least.
F-15.
Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been doing your best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force.
О,
Until today.
IUPF.
Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching.
195.
Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft.
У меня раньше в GTA название мотоклуба называлось IUPF, это вот из самолёт. Да. А, нет, IUPF это была организация, а мотоклуб LRSSG. Тоже из самолёт. Так, на нас напали, как всегда, понятно. Солнечно, ага, понятно. Ой. Эскал мотосоус Horizon. Класс. О да. Мой любимый СФА. Носит прозвище Носферату, что значит бессмертный. Да-да. Ну, такие условия мы брать не будем. О, да. Да. ФБ-22. Это штурмовик, ну, типа, для наземных. Ну. Угу. О да, 10, мой любимый. Ох, это же та самая краска с этой красной звездой. Ах, как же мне это нравится. А те самые в 15. Игл. Орел. О да, тут самый в 22. Мы не ошиблись. МиГ-29. Наш русский. МиГ-31. Да. На что самый? Су-30. А вот из 35, да. Эх, я обожаю эти рассказки. Вот его и возьмем. Или ее. Нет, это он. Я вот... Так, нет, это элементы. Алименты. Ну, херня какая-то. Точно такая же, только без этой. А эмблема... Ну, это... Да. Типа вот эмблема. Вот такая вот. Эмблема Андрея Маркова, летчика АС, антиправительственных войск. В качестве его символа Андрей выбрал известного морского хищника. Ace Combat South Horizon, но этой эмблемы я ни разу не видел вообще. Я эту эмблему впервые видел в Ace Combat Infinity. Я такой, чё в смысле, где не взяли? Это тоже оттуда же, но это я видел. Да. Ace Combat Joint Assault. Я на PSP играл. Мой самый первый Ace Combat. Да. О, твоя любимая коса. Ace Combat Infinity, блин, такая ностальгия. До сих пор грустно, что ее закрыли. Бесконечность. А да, бабочка. Утки. Ну, точнее, ну, цыпленок. Разгриз. Вторая годовщина Ace Combat. Харуказы. Кулие. Котобуки. Да. Почему лицо этого солнца напоминает мне мем Мегуста? Ну реально, что это такое? Чуть было нормальное лицо сделать. Прям. Но мне сама эмблема нравится. О, Аликор. Да, реально классная эмблема. Эмблема за призыв принадлежит свободности, больше о ней ничего не известно. Конечно. Нео. Neocom Emergency Unit или Нео. Нео. Ладно. Полетели. Операция Гирхорн. Клаксон оленя? Ну, хорн это как клаксон. Ладно.
Radar site still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Матька всегда. Ну чё, блядь, чё еще сказать? Какие-то мудаки на улице, блядь.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Do that. Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
А, ну ладно.
Restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst, and stay sharp.
Welcome.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Тридцать шесть.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Missile away. Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
Чё у него самолеты? Это же F-18, это ура, те самые. Музон охеренный.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1,
Мне на вас наплевать, я делаю, что хочу.
Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Mage 2, walking. Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
HQ, attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs, I can't tell them apart.
Сфигали. Они выглядят странно. Ну да, если долго летать в облаках, то твой самолет замерзнет. О. Лед образовался. И тут растаял. Эти капли. Класс. Там прям много целей. Бля, хорошо, что у меня 6 АМ. Хотя даже есть еще 8 АМ. Покер. Пусть так будет. Да они же его зацепили, у них там горит все сзади. No.
One remaining. Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death.
О, это же это Ту-160. Тупо все заднее, тупо все хвостовое оперение отвалилось. Держится? Ну, я так не думал. Да, он там все горит снизу. Ой, это можно бить? А, это наши. Это или... Кто вы? А, ну да.
I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Им пофиг.
I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Отказ двух генераторов, время полета 18 минут, 15-16. Какие... Кого? Какие генераторы?
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
О, да, это я. О, сейчас надо что полета, я скрин сделаю. О, да, и этот
Situation is tight.
Чихук, который он летит сзади, прикольно. Да, давай. Водичка всегда хорошо. Неуправляемый снаряд. Наносушительный урон близко наземным целям, ага.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Ну и ладно.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction.
Глупое
The Air
решение.
Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was
Эрузия
carried
такая
out by drones.
маленькая.
They speculate the drones
Это
were
то же
secretly
самое, что
transported
если
to Osea in
Индонезия
shipping containers
объявит
and launched
войну
remotely.
России.
The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks.
Белка.
We have
Та
yet to
самая
hear back from
белка.
the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news.
Lisa.
The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yuja, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yuja, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans, But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived.
Как?
I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate.
Тюрьма.
Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison.
Да.
This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie.
Fake.
The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Yuuzia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Теперь наземная. Может, Су-30 взять. А вот нет, я возьму F-18. Для уничтожения кораблей, корабли нам не нужны. С ФФС. Мне вот лучше АГМ. Полностью Су-34. Он даже не АГМ есть. Посмотрим еще. О, Су-47. У него неуправляемые. Хотел F-18 есть какие-то раскраски. О. Миленько. Грюн. Белка. Примечание. Завершение спутникового типа всего Роджера и цветов самолета было представлено Министерством обороны США. И это тоже? Но... Так, что там шпора 6, диапазон. Да. Эту болтанью можно пропускать, если что. Что, просто леталка? Ты меня смешишь. Или Мираж можно взять. У него ласом. Ой, да пофиг, что ты 4 возьмем. Все, АГМ. Просто еще Су-34 утконос из-за его вот этого носа. Он там вообще. Просто леталка, ё.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Ну, это можно все пропускать. То есть, если не хочешь, можем пропускать брифинги и все.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Here they come. Take them down.
Ай.
Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is
Вертолеты
connected to our
охерели.
entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Тут столько целей.
H2, Fox 2. Mage 2, target destroyed.
Mage 2 enemy has lock on you. Golem 1, Fox 2.
Радар Тауэр. Рейдер Тауэр. Как он там говорит? 21. Он попал.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Как из-за облаков самонаводящиеся ракеты могут терять наведение? Что они какие-то там электромагнитные, что ли? Цирк с конями. Oh. Control Tower. Диспетчерская. Кого? Что за взрыв? Одновременно вылетели. Что это такое? Джеттер. Ты выбрал не очень хорошее время, чтобы взлетать.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
Вот ты
3 enemies to go.
увернулся.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Еще и в облаках летают специально. А им тут пофиг. Есть.
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Сейчас вернется. Ну конечно. Музон классный. Yeah.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed.
Что? Я не думал, что он может... Это первый штурмовик, который вот может вот эти вот маневры делать. ХПА. High Power Air to Air Missile. Носит огромный урон, но плохо наводится. Опытом и терпеливым.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Next. Если хочешь, мы можем пропускать вот это все, и полтония меньше будет. Ты только скажи. Я пропущу. О, пропустить можно.
The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft.
Я просто не хочу пропускать, потому что, ну, чтоб ты поняла вот это все и, ну, да.
The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Wilder. Шопенбург. 30.05.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger. Maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Возможно. Да.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action.
Тебе не кажется, что вот эти вот, если так смотреть, то этот самолет какой-то уставший, вот идет. Ну, сейчас, да, поток воздуха и самолет поднимает. Ты такой смотрит, прям уставший. Твой, ну что ты меня мучаешь? Чего? Идет фильм. Да, мэ.
You can't evade a missile. Use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly boost.
4 remaining.
Getting your ass kicked. Reinforcements. They got me. I can't take him.
3 remaining.
I got a sail in my sights.
Попал. Да. Уроды! Они мой килл стырили. Я ракету на него потратил.
Nice kill. 1 remaining is in my sights.
Реально. Самый грустный самолет в комнате.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Кабина как у F-15 Strike E. Ой, F-15 E Strike Eagle.
Missile incoming. Evade. Break.
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Помоги нам, Господь.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Can't get a read on these bandits. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here? I'm going ready. Enemy on my six. One. They got me.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron. Gargoyle Squadron.
Дроны жертвуют собой, чтобы я не наносил урон. Арсенал птице. Птица. Ай, ё-моё.
Ship Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3. Break. We lost another friendly.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell?
Кого?
Caution, all aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
Evade. Controls are out. I'm breaking it off.
А что такое нимбы?
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they done this earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continue the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back in IT.
You won't make any difference up here.
Ну вообще-то вот этот щит, который... Ай, ладно. О. Это машины. Ха. Нет, я девиант.
UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat. Mage 2, UAV down.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
Неизвестный.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leaving Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
130.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Which wingtips? I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Get your asses out.
Rank, rank.
Эти уроды уворачиваются.
Fox 2. Mage 2, Fox 3.
А я не могу попасть.
Not on my watch.
Такие умные, что ли? Что это, блядь, такое? Ты попадешь... Вот попадешь сегодня или нет? Попаду? Попал. Фига. Чудо-мальчик.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-grade aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
ХК.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2.
Viper test form. Hurry up.
Got one
I
of
know.
those sights.
All we can do is fly away as fast as we can. Hey, Squadron, get those things off my ass.
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Missile away.
This is getting a little tight. Oh, good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
8.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator.
Это хищник.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Попал с радаров.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got
long gone by now. Sorry.
А это что, не может, что ли? Походу, нет. О, ну ладно.
I said what I had to say.
Ну да.
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Maid Squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. Mage 2, lower speed. 3,000 to runway. 1,500 to runway. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Или что, это... Ну, сейчас напишу название в чате. Вот так он называется.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was sunk during the attack on Farbanti.
Нет, Kestrel.
Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes.
Оранжевые кончики крыльев. Тут самый, что ли?
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15
Да,
and 10.
типа этот кружок, он который появляется, он заряжается, потом вот так вот, ну ты видел, что это прям, ну это щит такой, прям, никак не пробьешь, поэтому, да. И вот так все, вот так, когда он заряжается, он так увеличивается медленно, потом меняет цвет на розовый, и, ну да.
Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask?
4.
This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back.
Ненавижу собак.
When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she found out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners.
Yes.
They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Rescue. Спасение.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Раптор. Что там будут какие-то наземные? О, вот и 8 АМ. О, Ace Combat 1. не Мебиус, а Мобиус, ребят. Ну чё вы, а? Почему Мебиус? В английском всегда Мобиус, у нас Мебиус. Такой ёбично звучит. Мобиус, вот нормально. Мебиус, блядь. А? Без единой царапины? А, это у нас... One hit KO. Вооружение. 68, нихера. Полетели.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Чё, она просто краска Мебиус, она тупо вся белая какая-то. Ладно, в Ace Combat Assault Horizon эта краска тоже есть. Но там можно менять цвета самолетов. Если там поменять, то там будет эмблема бесконечности. То есть нормально. А тут нельзя. И все, и фиг там плавал.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
Он двухместный.
You're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Вау.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Меня еще ветер поддувает.
Entering clouds. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. Currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Page 2, target destroyed. Locked. Page 2, missile launch. Page 2, target down. Half of the SAM sites are down. Half of the anti-air guns down. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Seeing them. Going up to meet our two VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Mage 2, missile away. Target destroyed. Careful, the enemy has a lock. Vehicle down.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position!
Сиера.
We're cut off!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Destroy the target. Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stick right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric!
We're fighting a
Shit! Rocket!
Damn. That's about half. Mop up the rest.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. Get Mr. Harley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. UAV down.
We can't take all of them.
UAV confirmed down. 3 remaining.
Engine on my 6!
Found an illusion transfer craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force.
Что совпадение?
Better than Mr. Harley.
It'll do. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Это из Комод 5 или... Вот именно получше не могли придумать.
Page 2, box 2. 1 remaining. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harley wants
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up. I can't take it.
Mage 2, kill confirmed. Locked on.
Roger. That's the transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fighter.
Understood. Another bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Cargo 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders. Someone's on the lighthouse. I need the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal?
Enemy UAV.
Gargoyle, change radio frequency. Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed. Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle
It's time.
Squadron.
3 minutes remaining.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel.
Double Roger. Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wind break took a scratch. Nothing more. Roger, continue to maintain air superiority.
Box 2. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1,
Что-то
respond.
здесь нет?
Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Fox 2. Mage 2, locked. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
Невнятно.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Missile evaded.
Горит.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace.
Whoa.
Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harling, are you piloting that plane?
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest.
Сбили Харлинга.
I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchway. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
Да.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Но он бывший. Ну и пофиг, тупыший бывший. Форт Занкуда.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base.
Сигнал то же самое, как вот в GTA 5.
It must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day.
Срывы какие-то слишком монтажные. Фотошопленные.
So go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers.
Я этот сигнал уже наизусть выучил.
While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right?
Pathetic.
There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
Это весь мир так пахнет. А чё? Весь мир пахнет дерьмом, провокацией и ложью. Ой, пофиг, я пропустил, ну и ладно. Ну, что там будут обычно, типа, о, там новенький этот пришел, блин, то что Харлинга ёбнул. И там кто-то свистнет. Ну, возьмем номер 22 в этот раз. Айсе. Вот тут Мобиус через О. Мобиус 118. А тут, блин, Мебиус. Господи, кто переводил?
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Куда поехал?
Aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15.
Вообще-то Мобиус.
Consider your
Очень
prisoner
шикарный.
over the air. Commencing deception and interception. Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. My blood's boiling! Toss the jump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always intel, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
О, здорово, Саня.
Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atone for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
Благодарю.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Они врут. Я проверял. Не будут они никого сбивать. Тем более меня. Коу. Какая вкусная соль.
Blowing up a bunch of bigger planes.
The enemy seems to think our air force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? They're that convincing. Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower.
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
Ууу! Кто-то так крикнул. Ууу!
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it!
Ты здесь, да?
Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
О,
Have to rethink the odds. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill trigger?
This is the first.
If counts
ну
going
типа, да, но не на всех самолетах.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Who's gonna dance to your line tune?
I'll show you all how it's done.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. Compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that before we get dressed up real pretty.
Head to the next target.
Bunch of convicts to just on a show.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
I know.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches.
Он про
Scratches.
клеймо объясняет.
They're called seal
Чел.
lines.
Клеймо позора.
Well, you are Harling's murderer.
Так у меня нет никакого клеймо. Ха. Потому что раскраска. Хорошо, потому что мне почему-то YouTube показывает, что я кто-то только один человек. Ну вот он такой какой-то забавный. У кого биполярка? Изи. Тут 160-й пошли. На меня поставили. Класс. На меня уже тоже кое-кто ставил. Ага. Если ты понимаешь, о чем я. А он теперь 2 человека показывает, нормально. Одумался. Мы перегружены, не можем маневрировать. А вы до этого могли? Вот такие огромные винтовые самолеты могут маневрировать и уклоняться от ракеты. Конечно. Тамбой. Ха-ха. Вот это... Два вот этот, который и история. Это тамбой. Ха-ха. Класс, правда? Ну и тупо... Тупо кобыла с яйцами. Все. Ты там охренела. Не буду я атаковать, иди нахер. Хотя я уже атакую, идиот. Ай. Да, поехали. Так кто это после этой ракеты пуляет? Ну ё-моё. Да их хватит. 62. О, у него кабина отвалилась. Разлетелся пацан. Он на второй курс возвращается. Ну, класс.
targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his
Парень
corner.
точно продал душу дьяволу.
Spare 7. What happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what? You're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free.
Просто скрин делал.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Salty.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance.
Милашки.
From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about.
Ну ты и крип.
I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures.
Ты педофил или пидорас?
Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the
What
same
is
patch,
the nation?
a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Переводчик для этого есть.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji.
Самое длинное имя в
When he
мире.
was young, he was the heir to the Grand Dutch Revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger.
Imposter.
The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding kingdom of Erusia.
Розочки.
The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic,
Да, у меня
he continued his
тоже
service for the new regime.
залагало.
Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem.
117. Доги.
She laughed like a princess.
Это JPEG собака. JPEG. такой файл.
C
Не
was the
настоящий,
connection to the
это
royal
картонка.
bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data after all.
Почему выглядит, будто он мертв внутри?
I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Длинный день, долгий день. Вроде какой-то.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Шиндун. О да, риджбеки. Мы туда. Майнкрафт. О, у него фаер. АГМ тоже. Это что? Вот на нему полетим. Просто рассказ говоришь, что это такое? Вспышка. Особая какая. О, нормально. Приводы? Чего? Эмблемку мне нацепим какую-нибудь. Сарф. Ураборус. $50. А это увеличенный боезапас подожди. Да.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Это как F-22, только ФБ-22. Да. Тут темно уже. Ну, добро пожаловать.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
За 9 слабых это мое признание. Ты инфинит, что ли? Да. Что? Куда ты выезжаешь? С ФВС, видимо, надо с большой высоты наносить. О.
Aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do? I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. Trigger.
Oil tank.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
Your artificial fly swatter now, Trigger. You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base
Так,
is
я
divided into
взлетим
3
повыше.
sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full man?
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. Missile in the air. I'll take it from here. Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
AA gun down.
Танк.
I don't want to die by kissing the ground like an idiot.
Sam down. Missile incoming.
Увернемся. Мост.
Spare 15 launching missile. Spare 15 target destroyed. Confirmed kill on AA gun.
Missile in the air. Heads up.
Vehicle down.
Hostile has a lock.
IV-8B. Это харьеры. Вертикальный взлет имеют.
Trigger eliminated target.
Блин, я не попал.
AA gun down.
Меня стреляют! Что это за дерьмо?
AA gun down.
Забавный чел.
Had some anti-surface weaponry.
А? Ненавижу танки. Почему они не взрываются от одной ракеты?
Spare 15 locked.
Тут целое здание с одной ракеты, блин, взрывается. А танк нет? Опа! Увернулись. Вертолет, разберись с ним. Слушай, ты бредишь. Падай. ПТР. А чё, эти не повредились, что ли? Кто там автомат? Кто там? Трак. Вот так. Сейчас повыше еще взлетим. Ух, там. Уфига там целей. О да, такой объемный круг. Вот так. И вот тут еще. Ну ладно. Может быть, с FPS не такой уж и хорошая цифра, как я думаю. В 68 просто бомбы и все. Там управляемые и неуправляемые. Нет, мы под огнем. Там самолет стоят. Ой, его сбили. Ну и похер. Киптон. Котик. Болван.
There's no point. Retreat. Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit by aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your
Блин, у меня...
pilots? Shut up. Try to stop it.
Какая их тут, блядь. Они все на него! Фига он там понес ракет. Где-то там у F-14 было, ну, позывной Киттен, и, да. Go fuck yourself. Aye.
Nice job, Trigger. That's fine. I've shut down 6. Bullshit. You're still on 2. Hey, are you sure your radar's working right? Damn, these guys are agile. Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
Enemy behind you. Take.
А, это 16 минут.
They have a lock. Target was not hit.
Да. На.
Enemy base is crippled. That's enough. Go find some enemies that can kill you.
Bandits in the tunnel. They're taking off from inside. Tunnel? You gotta be kidding.
7 down. That's more than an ace.
Так я есть, а чё ты? У меня платина в этой игре, ты понимаешь, платина. Чел, платина. Ну, давай. Молодец. Гриппен Е. 56? Откуда? Что это было? F4E. F4E Phantom 2. Крылышки потерял, бедняга. А зачем он читает? Спокойно. Тут чекпоинтов нет. Ну попытайся. Бросай. Только кто тебя заберет посреди огромной пустыни, я не знаю. Все, теперь пошли бесконечно спавнящиеся самолеты. Типа все, больше каких-то таких специальных не будет. Одна минута. Ну и в принципе все можно вот так вот. Можно видами полюбоваться. Солнышком. Почему я в штанах? Я не должен быть в штанах. Вы сами знаете почему. О, господи, и он может эти маневры делать. Он тяжелый. Ну ладно. О. А ракеты кончились, нормально.
That's what that gambling nut job would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
ЛРГМ. Врагом или лагом.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
Let's go. First contact. Первый контакт. Угу.
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you.
В одиночном типа 1, да? О, ну это мне наоборот хорошо. Побуду один, да?
Go make yourselves useful. An Ocean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember, they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Состояние неба — шторм. Сплошная облачность. Угу. Никсон 2, наверное, возьму. Страйк Лайверн. Ну и вот. А, как ярко. Что у нас тут? Угу.
Aircraft preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Две пары. Операция. Угу.
Spare squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities.
Не знаю. Так, пауэрбанк сел. Все, так. Хуй вылез.
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood. It's cloudy around there. Radar visibility is limited. Stay alert.
We're low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. That's what we choose to guard.
Попал.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes. Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Crosswind's gonna slam us into the rock.
Blowing me off course.
А, конечно, тут скала. Хуй-то. Чуть не стукнулся. Ну давай, нацеливайся уже.
They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
Fly between those rocks and this wind?
Spare 15, launching missile.
Enemy sighted, closing fast. You sure? In this weather?
Попаду ли? Не попаду.
Destruction of target facility confirmed.
All our commander thinks about is looking good for the general staff office.
The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Мог попасть. Хотя сложно, когда тебя ветер сдувает. Молчу уже про ракеты. А он остановился. Это нормально?
Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them.
Radar forces, we're under attack!
Да ё-моё. Хватит мои ракеты сбивать. Наконец-то.
All targets destroyed, no complaints here.
Caution. Bandits inbound.
А,
Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about.
As we say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Thanks. I owe you.
Miss?
Right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds!
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass.
Sometimes осел.
Firing railgun. UAV down.
Break off.
Evade! Missile incoming!
Man, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Да.
Wiseman 444 squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off. I lost too much speed.
Look after the survivors.
Bastards flying just Roger. Fuel.
Вот так вот.
4 to go.
It's gonna be a long
Снайперка,
way around those
блин.
thunderclouds.
Cyclops 3, watch it.
All cowards, go hide in the
Yeah.
thunderclouds like Trigger.
Hostile behind me!
This is bad. We're fading fast.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Try and stop it.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are
О,
looking
ну
up.
мог попасть, ну
Finally
чё
got
ты.
some guys in support.
Куда? Ты что делаешь? Харе там летать сквозь все это. Мне такое уже не первый раз встречается и в Base Combat 7, и в Salt Horizon. И даже вроде бы в... и в Joint Assault, мне кажется. А! Я испугался. Мне даже игра, мне даже самолет тоже пугает. Не говорю про Outlast или Чужик и все такое. Меня Мони напугала. Я не вижу его. Попадешь? Попадешь. Хорошо. Нет, не попаду. И не попал. Там позади не... Они там... Что, в одно что ли слились? Какого черта? Сбейте его. Пулеметом хотя бы. Ну ладно.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Чё? Ой.
Spare 8, champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear.
Чё у них там? МиГ-31, что ли, что-нибудь так быстро несутся? А.
I'm not letting this slide.
You could have done that sooner. I want to understand the enemy.
Остальные боты я реальный. Все. Поэтому знать ничего не надо. Да. Ну или бы не ветер, я попал бы в него сейчас. Он импостами такая же раскраска, Да. Попал. Солнце 2, солнце 3. А я солнце 4. Ха-ха-ха-ха. Блин, мне наушники садятся. Классно, правда? Ой, нельзя, чтобы они разрядились полностью, а то они опять не будут работать. Ай, попал! Сам ты спи, пошел нахуй. Не то, что искусственный интеллект в самолете. Я бодрый плод сдержанного оптимизма. Ну, надо было повыше брать. Как интересно. Мне стучать клеймо! Ой, попал пулеметом. Что, и ты тоже летаешь сквозь? А, нет. Что за лед? Спектр обратной связи поврежден. Сеймур. Да ё-моё. Ну ё-моё. А ну вернись! Так, он его след. Вон он. Он улетает. Вон он. На, получай. На ракеты. Ну ладно. Исчез так исчез.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far. Don't screw up now.
23.
Too fast. Lower your airspeed.
Зачем?
Bank right.
У меня крылышки складываются и раскладываются.
You're too high. Great work. Nice job in not ruining a good plane.
Ну всего 23% урона, ты же не против.
Stand by for further orders.
А так-то он, в принципе, в целости и сохранности.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot
Так
dogs,
выглядит.
real
Такой
experienced pilots.
древний самолет и прям такой сверхсовременный X-02 Strike Wyvern.
Reminds me of a story
Так я
Gramps
пока
told me once.
поставлю
He said a
на
little
зарядку
while before he retired
Powerbank,
from active duty, he saw
а
an enemy
потом,
fighter wipe
сейчас
out an
поставлю
entire formation right in
на
front of him.
зарядку наушники.
It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 air...
Так, это я себе на ухо повешу. Прям так.
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. What?
Что там? Well, ну и иди well ты сам.
I had a chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy
Ну,
on
значит,
alone.
закончим сейчас.
They covered the Allies so they could retreat.
Вабы,
The
самолеты,
hell kind of
sci-fi
idiot does a
птицы.
thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude.
И анархисты
He
тоже.
always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink
Да
later.
нет, я не против. Нормально.
After the usual small
Моему
talk, I
лучшему
turned the
другу
topic
тоже
around
надо
to the
отдыхать.
mission.
Да.
For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books.
Ну что, тогда смотрим.
Not
И
encyclopedias.
всё.
Those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, the fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you
Которые
simply
бы
watch things
через
unfold
тире
from a
пишутся.
distance.
Охереть.
Yeah.
Запомню.
I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
Sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was gonna keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Pipeline Destruction. Ну, тут и остановимся, да. Это потом опять покажут, что тут брифинг, все такое. Все, сейчас спишемся, да. Ура, ура. Или ты сейчас спать пойдешь? Чат дал ёбу. Ну и ладно.